Oppo Find X5 Pro. Best Dual SIM Phones 2022. Beautiful, unique design, powerful camera combo. When Oppo unveiled the Find X3 Pro, its design was a bit of a shock, to say the least. The single pane of mirrored glass on the rear that curved up, around, and over the camera module looked unlike anything else out there. There's no such shock this time around, as the Find X5 Pro, no, there was no X4, we'll get to that, is a case of refinement rather than reinvention. And not just in the design, most of the phone's specs are half steps forward from Oppo's 2021 flagship, but tweaked and improved just enough to justify the update. And yes, there was never a Find X4 series. Oppo says that this is down to the fact that last year's Find N foldable was the series' 4th generation, making this the 5th, but perhaps the company just doesn't want to admit that it's a tad superstitious, with 4 considered an unlucky number across much of Asia. Design and build. Unique curved ceramic build. Gorilla Glass Victus on the display. IP68. So yeah, Oppo hasn't changed too much about the broad strokes design of the Find X5 Pro, which is still a bit love it or hate it, but there have been some smart tweaks throughout. Display and audio. Large 6.7 inches AMOLED display. 1 to 120 Hz variable refresh rate. Powerful stereo speakers. The last few Find X flagships from Oppo have flaunted their display quality, and while the Find X5 Pro isn't as dramatic a step forward as we've seen before, it still boasts one of the best displays in the business. Specs and performance. Snapdragon 8 Gen 1 chipset. 12GB RAM and 256GB storage. Dual SIM 5G. The Find X5 Pro is powered primarily by the Snapdragon 8 Gen 1 chipset, the latest flagship from Qualcomm. There's actually also a variant using the Dimensity 9000 from rival MediaTek, but for now at least this model remains exclusive to China. Battery and charging. Large 5000 mAh battery. 80W wired charging, charger included. 50W wireless charging. The Find X5 Pro's sheer size affords Oppo the chance to include a capacious 5000 mAh battery. Still, with the high specs included here, the phone can burn through that faster than you might think, so this is still a phone that will need a charge every day. Camera and video. 50MP main and ultra-wide cameras. 13MP 2x telephoto. No microlens or periscope zoom. Oppo has made some interesting choices with the camera system on the Find X5 Pro, though I'll admit to having mixed feelings about some of them. First up, here's what you get: a pair of 50MP main and ultra-wide lenses, a 13MP 2x zoom telephoto lens, and a 32MP selfie camera. Software and updates. Android 12 with ColorOS 12.1. 3 Android OS updates. The Find X5 Pro ships with Android 12, and runs Oppo's ColorOS skin on top. Mandatory Android 12 features like icons to alert you to when the camera and microphone are in use, or the new privacy dashboard, are included here. However, Oppo has opted to entirely leave out Material You, the new Android 12 feature that tweaks user interface colors based on a palette drawn from your wallpaper, though you can at least just go in and tweak the colors manually, as I have. Price and availability. The Find X5 Pro is on sale now across the UK, Europe, and Asia, but don't expect it to release in the US, Oppo phones never do. We've rounded up the best Find X5 Pro deals we can find, so check that out for more on where to buy the phone.